everybody. My name is Mark Fortin here for Michigan Matters. We got a kind of a special broadcast today. But before we get started, I just want to point out a couple of things that's coming up in the very near future that you can find on our website at michiganmatters.org. There's a delegate social tomorrow at our office at 39099 Garfield in Clinton Township, and that starts at 6 o'clock. You can register for it on the website, and it's free. They just want to know how many are coming. So then our next meeting is October 30th. That's next Thursday, a week from tomorrow. Today, as we're doing this, it's October 22nd. Then the Christmas party on December 4 at Shelby Gardens in Shelby Township, and that too you could get information on the website. But I'd like to get going here on what we're here to talk about. We have our good friend Sandy Bauer with us from Vets Returning Home, and she's got some updates. There's so much going on there, and it's all good stuff, and we want to know the very latest of what's going on.
Okay, let me take a deep breath, because there's a lot. Okay, so the last time I was invited on your show, we talked about the new project that I have in downtown Almont, the Mill, and that we're doing a capital campaign to raise funds to build the retreat, which the retreat, for those of you that might have missed that episode, this property is 3.5 acres. The Clinton River runs through, like directly through the middle of the property. The back half of that property is undeveloped. It's all woods, and the Clinton River at that area is just kind of like a creek. It's not like the big wide river.
Flowing water.
It's magical.
Yes.
Like the water constantly runs over the rocks. It's beautiful. So we're building a veterans retreat back there, and I don't want to get into the details of how important that is. Anybody interested in more of that, you can either go to the other podcast that I was on with you, where I shared a lot of detail.
Which was approximately 2-3 weeks ago.
Yep, 3 or 4. Yeah, and then, but it's also I have videos on our Facebook and then our website as well, vetsreturninghome.org, and our Facebook, Vets Returning Home. So videos and all that stuff. But as we know, I'm restoring the building that's on the front half of that property, so that that'll be a viable business there, and it'll generate income for Vets Returning Home. So I'm not donating the building. I'm donating all the income that it can generate.
Yes.
Okay? And then the back half, to build the retreat, bottom line is my pockets are not deep enough to do both at the same time. And so I started a capital campaign to raise some monies so that Vets Returning Home can build that retreat. So what I did, just for clarification, is I did a long-term lease with Vets Returning Home on the back half of that property. So Vets Returning Home leases that property from me for $1 a year. And then Vets Returning Home will do the build-out for the retreat. So I got an announcement, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. I was absolutely through the roof excited. This national company offered to match, whatever funds I could raise. There was like a 3-week deadline. And so, I mean, I'm just like telling everybody, if you're ever going to support us, do it now, because matching funds is huge, right? And then I found out today that they put a cap on it. So I'm not knocking it at all.
No,
it's still a blessing, you know what I mean? But that's primarily what I really wanted to talk about today on your show, is like,
we were going to go for it big time.
Yeah, let's get some money on this. And the campaign ends November 7th, so it's not a whole lot of time. It was a 3-week campaign. So now I will end up raising, I think, $50,000, I think, is what, no, $35,000. And then whatever the employees from that company can raise, I think is whatever. I'm not exactly sure of those minor details, but the bottom line is I need $180,000 to do the build out on the retreat. And in my campaign, which I had started, I think just when I was here 3 or 4 weeks ago, we had just started our campaign, and we were only at like, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000. So we still have a long way to go.
Sure.
Even though we've already maxed out the matching funds thing, it's
You know, I got a question.
yes.
And it's more for the viewers than for me.
Okay.
The company in question,
Yeah.
they kind of toured the facility and they were so impressed they made that offer, I understand.
Yes.
However, I don't think a lot of people really understand the importance of vets returning home and what you actually do. It's not for vets like me. These are vets that are homeless, people in really big trouble. So maybe you could a little bit describe
yeah.
the importance of it, and then
that's a
go
good-
on. I
that's
didn't
a
mean
good
to
point.
interrupt.
No, that's a good point, because, you know, a lot of people know that Vets Returning Home is located at 11 and Gratiot. They know, you know, many people don't even know we're there, but those that know we're there, very few actually understand that that's where the homeless veterans live. It's a shelter for homeless veterans. I have 43 beds. They live on site. They get hungry every day. Actually, 3 times a day.
I'm a guy. I get hungry
Right?
3 times a day.
People don't realize, you know, the overwhelming responsibility that we have. And the fact is that we chose not to accept government funding. And anyone who's ever talked to me about it knows that in my position, the reason that I wanted to do Vets Returning Home was because I wanted to make that difference and show them how it's done. These government-funded programs don't work. They take billions of our taxpayer dollars, billions, and it's they're incompetent. They don't know how to run the programs. They're not helping our veterans. And there's 3 or 4 shelters down near the VA hospital downtown that do what I do. The same thing. They're transitional housing for homeless veterans in crisis. They live on site. They have beautiful facilities, you know, much bigger than ours, you know, better equipped, state-of-the-art everything.
Paid for by taxpayers.
But they're
But much of the money goes to whatever.
Their budget is like between $2 million and $3.5 million, because there's, like I said, 3 or 4 of them. So it ranges between $2 million and $3.5 million. The director's salaries is what I run my entire program on, start to finish. You know, I'm the volunteer director. I don't take a dime. Never will, never have. This is a labor of love, right? But what people don't understand, I've been doing this for 12 years, Mark. I volunteer on average 70 hours a week. I'm on call 7/24. It's not unusual for my phone to ring at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
And now you have 4 facilities, counting your store in Gratiot,
Yeah,
the home itself,
Yeah.
and now 2 other locations.
yes, yeah. And thank goodness for my friend Lois and her husband Mike Meljek, because Lois is kind of, you know, project manager out at that end of town. I can't even the travel time. I don't have time for the travel time. You know, it just impossible. So, but the bottom line is that I don't think people realize that if something happens to me, this program, as it is right now today, Vets Returning Home will be gone. I would give it a year, maybe 2. And I say a year or 2, it's not because there's a year or 2's worth of money on the books to pay the bills. There's not. I got about 6 or 8 weeks, nest egg, if you will. And that's by design too. People don't understand. When I get an overabundance of monies, not that that's ever happened, but during let's just say during COVID, during the lockdowns, right? I didn't spend money on gas in everybody's vehicles, right? Because we put gas in our veterans' cars so those that have jobs can get back and forth to work, or those that even have cars, because most of them don't. Those that don't have cars, we're buying bus passes. You know, we probably spend, I don't know, a couple $100s a month just on the unlimited bus passes, the needs were less. I don't know about you, but I didn't spend any money because I never left my house. Everybody was in lockdown, so you don't spend money when you're not doing anything or going anywhere. So my point is there was a little chunk of money left that you had kind of compiled, and so if I have money on the books and a veteran family reaches out and they're struggling and they're going to get evicted because he sprained his ankle and missed 2 weeks worth of work and they're living paycheck to pay, it's easier for me to maybe catch somebody's rent, a month's worth of rent than it is to them go homeless and then try to put them in a hotel and on and on.
Right. So then really you help veterans beyond the ones living.
Absolutely. If I can.
If you can, right.
Yeah, if there's money in the account, I am not going to say, I'm sorry, I can't help you because I need that $200 or $300 or $400 or $500,000 to sit on my books. That's never ever going to happen. I think right now Vets Turning Home has a balance of about $40,000. And my budget is $350 a year, so that's about 6 weeks, and I could trim that. I really could.
The organization's almost doing paycheck to paycheck like many families are.
We are. And I just have this is, it's a walk of faith.
It's a heck of an organization.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful store.
But, yesterday I had we have a morning meeting, 8 a.m. morning meeting, so all the vets have to be up, dressed, beds made. We do a quick room inspection. Then we have a little round table. We go around, what problems do you have? What can we maybe help you with today? What's on your agenda today? Because we want to keep them busy, taking care of the needs, the issues. They need to address the issues that brought them to crisis while they're there.
So they don't just come to sit around.
Oh, I always say I volunteer, right? So when I'm there running around like a crazy woman, and I'm pulled in a million directions, there's nothing more annoying then I find out that, half the guys in the house are taking a nap. And I tell them, I literally do. I will knock on their doors and I will say, get your butt out of bed, because when I get to take a nap in the middle of the day, you can take a nap in the middle of the day. I don't care if you take a broom for a walk. Do something. If there's nothing you need to do to take care of your own needs, then you can help me help you.
That's right.
Right?
Very good.
And I don't play. I'm very serious about this program and the success of, each individual that walks through the door. And sometimes I'm kind of like, and we had this discussion this morning in the morning meeting, because I said to them, sometimes, I'm like the mom, and, we all have or have had moms. Sometimes mom knows, when her kid needs a hug or needs a swift kick in the butt, right? And I'm really good at that. And I know and I even know sometimes they need a kick in the butt and then a hug, because they need both. But yeah, they the issue right now is that with all that's going on in the world, our veterans are not handling it very well. They're not handling it at all. And you can see, I'm fearless. I know I'm strong, I'm solid, but all of this affects me.
Of course it does.
It affects us all. So you can only imagine a veteran that's already, suffering with medical issues, PTSD issues, homeless, broke, beat down. They're already struggling, and then you add, the withdrawal from Afghanistan. That affected our veterans, in my opinion, at least the veterans I serve. That withdrawal from Afghanistan was a bigger crush on them than COVID. The COVID lockdown even, they got through that okay, and then that withdrawal from Afghanistan, these guys are still struggling with that.
I think we I'm trying to remember the last time we met and talked about this, I think we kind of sort of touched on that. They're trained a certain way. Because I'm a veteran too.
Yes.
But I have never been through. I mean, I served in Germany during the Vietnam thing, so I was never like in combat or anything like that. But Army and Marines especially, all these guys are really trained to do things a certain way.
Yeah.
They're trained not to
They're
leave
warriors.
anybody in the field. They're trained all these kind of things. So I would imagine that I never thought about it before, but I imagine that ugly, nasty, messy withdrawal from Afghanistan.
They lost their brothers there.
Yeah,
They lost limbs there.
yeah.
Okay, and then they find out that it was for nothing, and then, all of that equipment, billions.
That someday our children may have to face.
Well,
Equipment that we bought.
They sold it to the cartel and, to the Hamas and all of that. They're using it against us now.
Yeah.
So it's disgusting. And our veterans are suffering for that. And, but back to the point, I took us down another rabbit hole, and
I
I'm sorry.
did too.
There's
I'm sorry.
so many things that we could talk about for hours and hours and hours. But the biggest issue is that I have got to create enough revenue streams, so that when I, for whatever reason, cannot do this anymore. I always say if I get hit by a bus. So everybody keeps saying, stop saying that, okay? Because I don't want to bring that karma on me. But, I'm 67. I seriously injured my back setting up the store. So I'm limited as to physically what I can do anymore. And common logic says I can't do this forever. Eventually, I'm going to have to pass the baton, and it'll be a whole lot easier for whoever my predecessor is that if they don't have to worry about the fiscal responsibilities, because I am the energy that pulls that all together. And anyway, I seriously have got to I have to focus on getting the build out done on the mill. And as I said before, I got that part. I will spend my last penny and then some. I don't know if I told you I got a loan on my camper van.
You did?
I did. I walked into the bank. They gave me $70,000. Financed it for 15 years. It was crazy. But my point is, I will finish the mill, and I will get it done by spring,
And we will generate some
and
income.
and we will be generating income for vets returning home. And if you add that income to the income from the store is going to bring in a little bit over $100,000 this year. From the thrift store to the shelter, about $100,000, and then it's going to take a little while for the mill to build up that revenue stream. But I'm projecting about $100,000 from the mill. Well, that's almost 2/3 of our budget, right? But I cannot do the retreat. My pockets aren't deep enough. I do not have the money. Our veterans need that retreat now.
And the retreat part, again, is about how much?
$180,000.
180.
Yeah. Now, I got one more thing to add, and it's just my obstacle, my struggle with us returning home, is that the community is very generous in donating used items, and we get beautiful, nice stuff, right? But I had 2 semi-trailers in my parking lot that we would put the stuff that was donated, put it in there. This is the stuff that we still have to sort through. This is the stuff that's going to go to the store or up to the Emily City property, whatever. And then, so we had incoming and kind of outgoing. And now the city made me get rid of them. They made me get rid of one, and they gave me 6 months to get rid of the second one. And then, now
They were at the store?
in my parking lot at the shelter.
At the shelter. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So now I only have one semi-trailer in the parking lot. That's got to go in about 3 months. And then, so right now, every square inch of Vets Returning Home is got stuff piled. My lobby is full. You can't walk through the lobby. I can't even get into my office. Like, seriously, you can't open the door. It's full of stuff. And I have to sit in the parking lot on the pavement and sort through that stuff, which I don't mind. When I say I have to sit, I can't sit in a chair because then I have to lean over and it hurts my back, right? And so I sit on the pavement, and the veterans will help me. They'll bring me a box or a bag, and I open it up and I sort through it. Put this here, put this there, take that, keep this. See if Joe Veteran wants this. This is perfect for him, you know. So I disperse it all. That's fine, but what am I going to do in about 3 weeks from now when there's 2 feet of snow?
Today is October 22nd.
Yeah, think about the hell I went through yesterday. My parking lot was full. I had piles. This is going to go to Imlay City. This is going to go to our warehouse in Warren. This is going to go to the store. I had 3 piles in the parking lot, and then it poured rain. We're fighting with trying to get tarps over it, and the tarps are blowing away. And I need a warehouse. I need some space, someplace close to Vets Returning Home, preferably with, you know, a Main Street presence, because I need a donation center. I cannot keep having it dropped off in my lobby and in my parking lot.
I would imagine you could use some volunteer help sorting also.
Volunteer
Like
help.
you got to kind of train them into what you want sorted.
Yes,
How?
yes, I need some serious volunteer help.
But now, may I ask, are you like a 501c3? If somebody offered a building, would they be able to claim that
Yes,
on their taxes?
Absolutely. 501c3.
You think there'd be somebody in the area?
I've put the word out. I don't think my voice is big enough, so I'm asking your followers, please share it. You know, if you know of anybody that's got a building that's sitting empty, they don't even have to donate the deed, which would be very cool if you did, but you don't have to donate the deed. You know, maybe just you're paying taxes and insurance on it. You know, instead of charging us a bunch of rent that we cannot afford, you know, maybe just cover your cost. Give us the space for a couple of years, you know, and then maybe we could buy it from you, or
And anybody can naturally help by sharing this video.
yeah.
Share it everywhere on your Facebook and anything.
And talk to people and stop down and see what we're doing. Come and meet these veterans, and you'll see this. I never leave. I don't have one day that I leave Vets Returning Home without having shed tears at one point throughout the day. I mean, look, right now, just talking about it, it's heartbreaking. You know, it's unacceptable that our veterans are treated this way. And I know the last time I was here, we went like an hour and 10 minutes. So I don't want to drag this out, but I desperately need help. You can go to vetsreturningHome.org.
We should do updates on occasion,
Yes, that would be great.
even if it's just part of a show. You know.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to do some fundraisers pretty soon. And I when I'm talking Vets Returning Home, I try not to talk politics because I get beat up a lot, okay? Because I'm supposed to be whatever. But Stephen Elliott, who's running for District 10, correct? Okay, so Stephen Elliott is one of my board members, a new board member.
Oh, is he really?
He is. I'm so
Good
happy.
guy.
And he's a
he's a Marine though.
he's a Marine.
I'm an Army guy, so we're like.
Yeah. Well, I needed a veteran on my board. I have one. He was a Vietnam veteran. I forget, Marine too. He was a Marine too, but he retired and moved to
They're
Arizona.
okay, really. I
He's-
just make a fuss.
he still sits on my board, but he's not here. He's not as active as I need. So Stephen Elliott on my board is a very cool thing, and he's going to host a fundraiser at his golf club.
Yeah, I'm going.
No, for us, for Vets Returning Home.
For the
Yeah,
I know he's got one for himself.
for
soon.
his that's his fundraiser for his campaign.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. Now,
Yeah,
when's that?
we're just talking about it right now.
okay.
It's not planned yet, but if anybody can host a fundraiser, and when I say host a fundraiser, you got to do all the work. I don't have time. I mean, I'm serious. I don't have time. I don't have time to go to the salon and get my hair done. I don't have time to go get my nails done. I lost my bridge. I don't have time to go to the dentist. I need help.
That's 2 bridges. You got to do that bridge, and then
I got to
one
do
out
the
at
footbridge
yeah,
at the mill for the retreat. I
And
do.
that's beautiful too. The stream there, around here in southeast Michigan, here Clinton River, and but there the water's clear. It's beautiful. It's running across the rock. It's a fantastic place.
Spectacular. Come out and visit it. If you're out in Elmont, you're driving down Van Dyke, Stop and just park in the parking lot and go peek around. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's
great.
just amazing.
It
It's
is.
going to be incredible for our veterans. Please help me. Damsel in distress.
So we have to be in tune. In other words, when you do this, when Steve Elliott does this fundraiser, we got to know about it ASAP.
I absolutely will, yeah.
Okay. And any other thing that you're doing like that?
So right now we have a Give, Send, Go campaign that's ours, and it's under Save the Mill, Save the Vets. All right, so I'm trying to save the mill because it was falling down. It's a 182-year-old historical landmark. So I'm saving the mill, and then we're going to build a retreat that's going to save the vets. I need that done by the spring. That's my goal. I'm going to do it or die trying. So
You'll get it done.
we'll get it done.
But it's going to be marvelous. And there was another question I had, but I'm getting old too, and I forgot.
Okay.
I'll remember tomorrow,
So,
I'm sure.
right. So, vetsreturninghome.org, you can make a financial donation. I would say, hey, clean out your closets or your man cave or your garage and donate some stuff. I don't want to slow it down, but I have too much right now.
Well, and if
I just
anyone
need
wants to
help.
volunteer,
I need
they
help
can contact
process-
you too
yes.
and help. Because I did go out there at your new place one day.
Yes.
Remember when you
Yep.
were getting all this stuff in and we're kind of sorting?
Yep.
And that was a project. I mean, sorting all the, and it's amazing, but it was also fun. We had a good time all day.
Yeah.
And so anybody that could volunteer for that type of thing would be great too. Would be
Yeah,
helpful.
one of your volunteers, Sheila Gold.
Oh yes, Sheila Goldstein.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
volunteering.
she's fantastic.
She's volunteering at the shelter. Sometimes she'll go down and volunteer at the store, and then she goes out to Imlay City and volunteers out there as well.
good.
But I could use like 10 more Sheilas. I really could. It's
Well, they're out there. We just
It's
got to
too
contact
much.
them.
yeah.
But anyway, thanks again for being here again.
Thank you for having me again, and I appreciate
It's
appreciate
important.
it.
It might be centered in Southeast Michigan, but it's important to have an organization like this in Michigan, and it's very successful and good. So,
Yeah.
thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.